Right. So let's go now. As I said, we're looking now primarily at the Swiss pairs. We said that the pound, we'll be looking at the pound Swiss. We'll be looking at the dollar Swiss, and we will be looking at also selling the CAD. So let's start with the dollar because now it is the. So let's take the dollar Swiss. Okay. Now you can see for the last couple of days, I mean, we came back from the all-time low, we snapped back. This is again, I mean, the dollar is looking at the abyss here. I mean, this is there is nothing but air underneath this price action. This is all-time low, and this is a snapback. And if you look at the weekly chart, we closed the week at 77.69. The previous week's low was the 75.77, so we actually closed about 200 points above the prior week's low, which is extremely positive, and that is an indication of serious short covering rally, and we should be looking for a continuation to the upside. So in this case, I would be looking to be buying the dollar Swiss upon a trade above the prior daily high or above Friday's high, which is 77.85. That would be our buying point. And if I look at the intraday chart, again, it's going to be, look at this absolute strong trend. It is pushing higher and higher. It gets your pullbacks. These are your gifts. Another pullback, it is your gift. So you should not be looking at any downward move in the dollar Swiss as a selling point. Rather, you'll be looking for any decline over here more of a buying opportunity. You want it to come down to stop somewhere and before you buy it, but you're not looking at selling it. And if you look at this chart, I mean, we really don't have any selling place where you can say, okay, I'm going to short the dollar Swiss. But as always, we take a buy signal and a short signal. Okay, 1 second with that. So if I'm going to be looking at shorting, and this short I will be taking as a scalping short. So I will short below the 76.70, i.e. when it breaks these levels, because this is what the market has held for the last session. So anywhere above here is not a selling point. If it breaks this where this market has held, then I'm going to go short. So I'm probably going to be short below the 76.70. So my short point is 76. My buying point is above the 77.85. Okay, my structural short is, I know that this is my structural long is from last week, so I'm going to leave it there. And you can see from last week, I mean, this was the trade from last week to go short below 80.80. It took us about, I mean, if you took that trade from last week, you would be up 800 pips on the short side, and if you would have reversed, so you probably just take a trade in the dollar Swiss last week based on the trade plan, you would have close to 2,000 pips on either side of the trade. So let's see the structural short. We have to identify the structural short, which is going to be the all-time low, which is the 70.66. Wow, so it's about 1,000 points to the downside. 70.66, and this is your structural long. If I'm going to buy it above 77.85, this is where you're going to place your stop below the structural point, and that would be 77.35. So your long stop is 77.35, and on the short side, if I'm going to go short below 76.70, which is, so that you can see what I'm talking about, this is my structural little point. So if I'm going to go short over here, I really don't need to give it too much room, because if it comes back above the 76.80, or let's say the 77, I mean, we can use the other side of the range so not to be tight. So we're going to use the market side as our stop. So we're going to place our stop above 77.20. So on the short side, my stop is going to be 77.23, so it matches the market side. And if I'm going to go long, I'm going to place my stop 77.85, my stop is 77.35, that's okay. So anyway, this is the dollar Swiss. Let me just, we are going to buy above 77.85, and if we do, we're going to place our stop below 77.35. My structure long is 82.74, which means that if it goes above the 77.85 and if this is a short covering rally, we probably have a pretty good chance of coming pretty close to the 82 level, or to the next structural point. That is going to be the magnet, and so we might have a pretty good trade on the upside. On the short side, you're going to go short below 76.70. And on the structural short, you're looking at, of course, the all-time low, which is the 70.66. And of course, if I go short, I'm going to place my stop above the market side, which is the 77.23. Okay, that is the dollar Swiss. Let me save the